Hello, welcome to Thursday Night Reading Sprints. I'm joined by a whole host of people tonight. Thank you three, for joining me. Thank you, everybody who's starting to pop up in the comments. I'm going on holiday in a couple of days. In case I've not mentioned it enough times, sorry, I'm very excited. So it may be mentioned thousands of times tonight. So I really want to get in a good, focused night of writing / doing all sorts of things tonight. So I'm hoping you three will help to keep me on task and motivated, as you always do. So I'm joined by people who have been on before, but I don't think... Have you been on with Alex, Charlie, before? Have we just seen each other on? I'm not sure whether you've actually...
I don't think so. I'm sorry if we have, but I feel like I've just seen you a lot, as in...
Yeah, my big face. I feel like we've chatted. We've chatted a lot. Me and Charlie, but I think this is our first time.
Oh,
being,
it's so
being
funny.
stream buddies.
I can never remember if I've actually met people or if I've just watched them for hours on YouTube. So like when I first talked to you, Michelle, I was like, yeah, but have we talked or have we just chatted in DMs and I've seen your face on TV?
Yeah.
And I've just made that into like an in-person conversation. So Alex is the author of the Fabulous Rules for Vampires books, which I'm assuming you have to waft one. Do you have one? I should do this.
No, I'll bring in my big Leo instead. It's
yes.
Rules for Vampires, middle grade, guys. I am middle grade amongst my YA friends today.
I don't know. They're pretty creepy, spooky, suspenseful. Anyway, though. I mean, come on.
Like middle grade kids, terrifying. In the most lovely way, but they can. Some of the things they come out with, scary.
Yeah, you're right, Charlie, completely. You've hit the nail on the head there. And younger. We were talking, weren't we, with Ashlyn, about her daughter, who is very, very spooky, very spooky, and the kind of things that she's been drawing, very very interesting. I think she's going to be a future horror writer for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder where she got it from. I don't know. It's just, like, in the genes, isn't
yeah,
it?
I wonder.
So we are also joined, it's kind of a spooky theme tonight, actually, because Michelle's Melancholia, you review spooky books, and Michelle has excellent taste in reading, so if you need any spooky recs, this is the time to ask for them. And then we have Charlie, who is, I don't really ever know how to introduce you now, Charlie, like Ms. UKYA, Paper Orange.
We'll carry on the spooky theme. I can be a pumpkin tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
that's good.
My most vibrant friend, certainly, who is the proprietor, is that the word, of the Paper Orange book?
Oh, I like that. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm going with it. It makes me sound very fancy.
It does. The lovely UKYA book box, which you can check out and is very, very cool. And yeah, then you've got me, who I'm assuming you know who I am. I wrote the Mina and the Undead books and other creepy things.
Really good.
Thank you. So yeah, let's find out what the people on screen are planning to do tonight, and then we'll jump into the comments. So feel free to say hi to us, let us know what you're reading. If you'd like some recs, you have a full range of people on screen. I'm kind of mostly UK, but also US horror and thriller reader. Alex can give you all the middle grade recs, and Michelle can give you a wide range of spooky recs, I would say. Is that fairly accurate? And Charlie, mainly UK, but also a ton of fantasy. So you've got lots of readers on screen. So I'm planning to work on not Mina. I've gone completely off the plan. I was meant to finish writing Mina 3. Realised I don't 100% know what the ending is yet. So Kev is really good at thrashing out ideas with me. So I've been like thrashing out ideas all week and kind of plotting. And I'm going to let that sit for a little bit. So I've jumped onto another project for tonight. Which I've printed out, and it's just, I'm going to show you the big jumble of paper. So my first job is to hole punch this mess of papers, because otherwise I'll be dropping it and very sad, because I have written page numbers on, but it's still a mess. So that's my job. I'm doing work on a secret other thing that doesn't have a publisher. I'm not like, I haven't got secret book news or anything. It's just something else I'm working on. How about you, Alex? What are you working on tonight?
So I have a few jobs tonight as well, actually, that I'm just kind of tying up. So my first thing is I am halfway through an email to a school, and then I need to email another school, and then I need to email another school. Because what happened was I went away for a school and then got some more emails from lots of schools, and it's just schools. So that's
That's great, because that's how you get your book in the hands of small people, isn't it? Like, you know,
Yeah,
stand in
that's
front of them and talk about them, and
Yeah.
Is that
And
for
actually
school
like them to be a
library?
captive audience. What was that? Sorry, Michelle?
So is that for school libraries or to get it in like a reading curriculum, or how does that work?
Yeah, so it's for if you imagine kind of like cross between a school assembly and a stand-up comedy routine.
Oh,
They bring in all the children and then they lock the doors so they can't escape. And then I stand up at the front and do all my nonsense, and we have like an interactive game and all of that sort of thing. And then we just go and cause more chaos throughout the day, and that's basically what it is. I just get paid to come in and cause
bring the
a lot of
kids,
chaos.
bring the kids to the dark side. I love that.
Yes, come to me, come to
what do
me.
you put at the end
Let's
of your
be weird
slide?
together.
Tell us what's the last slide thing that you always put? Do you have a pun at the end?
Oh, please tell me.
You put it on your social media. You're the one.
more than I already do.
Yeah, they really hate it. Everybody groans. So you guys will appreciate it because it is like top-notch comedy. It says thanks for listening.
Oh, I love it.
And then a little Rodrigo's the spider who lives in Leo the Vampire's sock drawer. He's there as well, looking a bit worried as he usually is. Yeah, thanks for listening. Although to be fair, I usually big it up by saying that there's a very hilarious joke on the final slide, so I think that I kind of set them up for expectations that are maybe not met.
There's nothing better than a bad pun.
Yeah.
I knew you guys would appreciate it.
I want to go watch you perform at some point, because I've not done that many school events yet, just because I couldn't take a 3-year-old with me. But he's going to school in September, so I've got a bit more time. So I kind of need to get out there and do some school stuff. So yeah, if you don't mind to tag along at some point, I might see if I can come and watch you. I'd love that.
We should team up. That would be great, because then we'd have YA and middle grade covered. That would be
cool.
Brilliant.
If any school,
I do love doing
events
with other
authors. A school librarian, so if you go to that school, I'm sure I can sneak in and watch for free.
Ah,
can you imagine?
We'll open a cupboard and Charlie will be upside down in there like a bat, like this. Hello.
Deal. Okay. So we are doing various booky things. Then what are you two doing? Charlie, how about you?
Secret project, which I feel so bad for saying. A little bit.
Stop it! You don't. Can I just say you don't, Charlie? I can tell. I know you don't. Look at that smile. You're doing a dance, Charlie. You do not feel bad. Okay.
I've got a little bit of work to do on that. It's a little bit similar to Alex. I've got like loads of tiny things to kind of like wrap up, emails and like planning my week out, and basically I'm trying to get organized, which will either work or it won't. But I also have a pile of books right next to me, so we'll see.
I feel like books could be the reward. Do the inane, like boring tasks and then reward yourself with a little read after everyone, and just don't make the little reads like the whole evening.
Yeah, well, I'm currently reading this beauty.
What's it called? I can't read the spine from here.
Lies We Sing to the Sea.
Cool.
It's like Greek, but like it's sapphic, and I can't put it down. I read that last night. Like that's a problem. Cool. Before bed, you know. Oh, I'm going to read a chapter or two before bed. I was awake at 5 o'clock this morning. So,
oh dear.
So I'm a bit hesitant to pick this one up, but I am listening to an audiobook, so I might like just put that on, and then hopefully I will do what I need to, and then can reward myself with this beauty.
Nice. I may watch a bit of this in the background while I'm doing stuff. Are any of you watching Yellow Jackets, or have you watched any of it?
No. We love Yellow Jackets.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
It's like the wildest thing. I want to try and explain it, but I don't think I can. Like a group, yeah, it's like a YA version of Lost, where a girls' football team called the Yellow Jackets. The plane crashes on an island, and it flashes between them as adults, the ones that survived, and the ones that and the ones that are
ones that did not for various reasons. It all goes a little bit Lord of the Flies because they only have one adult with them, and he quickly becomes quite useless. I feel very sorry for him.
I do, honestly. I look at his face quite often. I'm like, that's how I used to feel as a teacher. Like with all
He's
these...
just so done with the whole thing. Have you finished season 2?
No, we're still on season 1. We're a bit late to it because we only just got Paramount, so we're kind of binging season 1. I'm on episode 9. We've just finished that, I think.
Yes, it is. It is very, very good. We love it. I think season 2 isn't quite as strong as season 1, but it is still worth watching. Like I think that because it's going to be quite a slow burn series. I think they've got like 5 seasons planned. It's worth sticking with. And I just love Christina Ricci and everything that she's in. She's brilliant. So yeah, really, really good. I thought you might be watching it, Amy. I thought when I was watching it, I was like, this is right up Amy's street.
So if you said, well, the amount of people that messaged me and said, excuse me, have you watched Yellow Jackets? And enough of it happened. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to get Paramount. Let's just watch it. And it was the 90s stuff. People keep saying, did you know that there's a series that's like a YA Lord of the Flies that's set in the 90s? I was like, oh, you'd almost have me, but then the 90s just sealed it. And then we forgot to cancel Paramount. So we got the free one and then didn't cancel it. So yeah, that's how that happened. Michelle, sorry, we've done loads of talking and haven't got to you yet. What are you going to do with your evening?
I'm going to be reading. I just love my sprints for reading because I can really focus.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit nervous tonight because I'm going to read something quite horrible. So I'm going with a classic. Modern classic.
I have one of her books, but I haven't read it yet. And it's set in I think it was written in the 90s and it's set in New Orleans. So it's like, I should have read it. But you know, when you're intimidated by something, because I want it to be really good.
So this makes a lot of people's lists of most disturbing books they've read, things like that. But I've heard that the writing is very well done. The writing is very beautiful and it's a very well crafted story. So I'm just curious to see if I can do it.
Me too. And we get to watch your face while you read it, so we can see like the live reactions. So if Michelle turns her camera off, we know that she's like started crying or something.
Yeah, I'm just no. Let's hope.
We'll look after you. We'll private chat Michelle if she looks a bit worried. Everybody send her nice thoughts.
If I don't like it, I have other options. So
yes. Okay, good. Oh, I'm so interested. I'm glad you've gone reading that actually, because that's
have you got like a happy book to hand in case it like just totally. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
I'm a baby. Like serial killers, like stuff that I feel like could happen in real life. That's fine, but if it gets too like supernatural or anything, I'm a baby. So it depends how that book.
I love how you can cope with serial killers that actually could come and murder you, but you can't cope with someone.
Yeah, I know. Right, so this is my mother's fault. I love my mum, but she brought me up watching like every murder detective show possible. So I've seen all of them, like even the really old ones that are like very cheesy and quite bad. So murderers, I'm fine with. I find watching murder quite relaxing. Like I put true crime on before I go to bed. It's ridiculous because, like, I think I associate it with like spending time in front of the TV with my mum, so it relaxes me a bit. But yeah, supernatural, no.
So I'm the complete.
Sorry, I was just going to say when my mum was pregnant, she apparently watched all the stuff like Ironside, Columbo, Murder, She Wrote, and then I grew up watching them as well. So I blame my mum too. I think she did this to me. Like this is why I became what I am. Sorry, what were you going to say, Michelle? Do you have a similar dark origin story?
So I'm the opposite because I love reading about the supernatural. I don't really believe in the supernatural, so you can give me whatever you want and it won't scare me. Or maybe it will scare me a little bit, but then I close the book and I forgot. But this is like real life serial killers, and that actually.
Oh, that's okay then. As long as they're real ones.
No, that scares me.
Remind me what it's called, because I think I need to order it. Is it called Exquisite
Corpse, isn't it?
Exquisite Corpse. Okay, yeah, I'm going to order that. Sold. That was easy. That's the first book order of the night. Let's see. how many I can add to my list. And let's see what
Yeah.
the people in the comments are reading, and then we will jump onto a sprint in a couple of minutes. Hi, Stephen. Ooh, have you been watching Buffy again? Nice. Oh, favorite Buffy episodes. Got you. And yes, it is so good. We read it for the YA Book Club. Alex kindly came and chatted along with me on that. We had good fun.
We loved it.
Stephen says, hi, Charlie. Hi, Sharon.
Oh, Sharon,
Hi,
hello,
Sharon.
hello.
Hello. Lots
Siobhan,
of lovely,
Passion.
friendly faces in here.
Hello, Han.
Yes. Ooh, I love Vicious. And I think I've only read one Stuart McBride book, but I really enjoyed it. So maybe you need to convince me to pick up some more, Siobhan. Let us know how the other is. The one that I read was sort of a thriller, like a police procedural, I think. And it was good. Oh, no. I think.
The weather's not great. Like, yeah, it's been a tough couple of weeks, I think, for a lot of us. I'm okay today.
Is it the heat? Does the heat tend to like...
It's the heat, and I don't think it's helping as well, at least I found, like, because the temperature drops so much at night, my body just likes, like, okay, so it was hot and now it's cold and now, and it just goes...
Oh,
yeah.
That's the best way I could explain it. That was a really bad explanation.
No, I got it.
I think you hit the nail on the head there, Charlie. I understand. And I'm sorry that you're going through that. That's terrible. And Han too. It must be horrible having to deal with that sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Hello. Oh, Monstrilio. You have to let us know what you think of that, because this keeps popping up in the chat, so I'm still not really sure what it is. Are you aware of this one, Michelle?
I just finished it this week, at the beginning of this week. Yeah, I absolutely loved it, but it is quite heavy on the grief. So if anyone's sensitive to that, maybe it's not a great idea.
Yeah, me. Okay. Thank you. You've just unsold it. That's exactly what I need to. I need to know. You're starting to know these are the things, like children, nasty things happening to children, lots of grief. I'm just like, it's a no. Serial killers, yes. Ooh, giggly spots.
But that sounds so
Sounds
cute.
like a Pokemon.
It does. It sounds like Jigglypuff's best friend, doesn't it?
Jigglypuff's friend, Jiggly Spot.
Yeah. And yet when you read the description,
that sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's a lot.
They open a new tab.
That sounds epic. Oh, you've sent an envelope of goodies, you star. Nice. Is that the Juno Dawson YA horror? If that's the right thing that I'm thinking of, maybe a different one. Oh no!
Oh, Sharon's poorly as well.
Sorry, Sharon. I hope you can
lots of poorly people. Hope you feel better soon.
Stephen saying hello to everyone. Hi, Annalise. Thank you for coming. If you ever want to come on screen, got another fabulous author, Annalise's YA debut just came out, which sounds fab. I'm sure. Yeah, I was going to say, Charlie will already have it. I'm a terrible person. I haven't got it yet because I'm so behind on reading.
Absolutely.
Oh, it looks so good.
Ooh.
And the cover, I mean, look at it.
The cover's great. The insides are just as good. But the character, just don't get attached to the characters. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, Annalise. Killing people off that we like. That's what authors enjoy, let's be honest.
Wow.
Yes, I thought Sharon might have read that one. Fingers crossed you like it as much. Oh, sorry, the comments are going wild. Jumping around on me. That might be the one that I read, actually. Yes, I think that was it. Yeah, I probably do need to read more of those. Hello. Oh, I mean, I get woken up fairly early by a small person, but it wouldn't be my choice. Awesome. Yeah, it is that one. Bloody Mary. Nice.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
You're not really sorry, though, Annalise, are you? This is why we write these things. We make characters as likable as possible so we can squish them.
You just ripped my poor heart out. It's like with Holly when she wrote "Sorry about the ending" in the last of her books, and I was like, "You're not there, are you? You're not. You're not really. You've emotionally destroyed me, and I don't believe you're sorry for a second."
My favorite one is when somebody messages me and says, I haven't finished reading yet, but I really like this character. And I'm like, Okay. Because usually
No,
they're either a
because I
murderer.
did that to Holly.
Oh.
She introduced someone in the second book, and it was after my favourite person from the first book had been. And they was like, oh, yeah, that's my favourite character. And I was like, well, at least they'll be safe then. Oh, no. Nobody is safe from Holly Race. None of her characters are safe.
Is this the Midnight Twins series?
Yeah.
I've heard good things
I
about
love
them.
it, but it is emotionally devastating. Holly's got one of the, like, this way of making, like, characters that you will literally, like, you're like, I will come and, like, step in front of a sword for you. And then she just,
Kills them with a sword.
kills them with a sword or a magical creature, a nightmare. Like, I'm
Not
still
fair.
not okay.
Not on Holly at all. Oh, that sounds fun. Top Trumps.
So exciting. Very
Is the
cool,
Great
huh?
North Author Tour the one that you did last year, Alex?
Yes, yes. So it was in October of last year, which was like perfect timing. Ideal timing for vampires. But unfortunately I don't have a fresh book ready to rock and roll. But Han, if you're out there, I would love to be on a future Great North Author Tour with new project. Unnamed new project. I've been
Yay.
working hard on it, so I think that would be ideal for coming up to Stockton and surrounding cities and having some fun.
I want to come too. I feel like we need to do an event together. I keep just missing you. Like I went to Drake when you'd just been there, and I went all the way down to
Yes.
Kent and you'd just been there as well. I was like, why do I keep
Oh
missing you?
no, you're joking. When were you in Kent?
So you'd either just been there or about to go for their Halloween extravaganza last year, and I was being extravagant too, but we just missed each other by a couple
I
of days.
remember. I only asked because I was down in Kent again last week, and then down in London this week. So there's just such a lot of, everything all over the place. But we do just seem to keep missing each other. I think we might be too powerful if we unite.
Possibly.
Yeah, if we all got together, can you imagine?
Can I just say that Annalise actually rolls the dice to see who perishes?
I know.
That is just...
It's madness. And I don't care if it's the fates, I'm still not okay.
I'm sure it's Annalise as well. I'm sorry, I'm really dropping you in it now, Annalise. I do think you're brilliant, I swear. That writes a first draft and then deletes it before writing the next draft. I know. Like,
I don't even write, and that stresses me out.
No, I'm in awe, seriously, of Annalise. Yes, please, Han. Yay. I mean, I'll just come. I don't need to be on a minibus. Tell me when. Hooray. Oh, that's exciting. Nice. Okay, let's go.
Have an amazing time, Annalise. It's amazing.
Cool. It's a lovely shop too, and the booksellers. I mean, biased because Han's in the chat, but
Amazing.
It's a great place.
Love Drake the bookshop. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Right, let's go to a 40-minute sprint. We'll do 40 minutes, and then end on a nice 30-minute finish. I will mute everyone if you want to be, or you can mute yourselves, people on screen, and then we will see you on the other side. Let us know what you're getting up to in the comments. Hello, everyone. Just unmute everybody. So, how did we do? Michelle, did you have a good sprint?
Yes, I had a very good sprint, although I didn't get too far. I only read 10 pages because I had some distractions at the beginning, and also I'm vlogging, so I had to pause and film some clips. But I mean, I had only read page 1 and the pencil had to come out.
All right.
So that's always a good sign when I feel the need to write some notes. So yeah, it's good. I can definitely see why it's disturbing. I didn't find anything too horrible, but it is quite explicit. So there's that. But yeah, the writing is very, very effective.
Oh, God, I really want that one. So far, that's the one that's like rising to the top for me that I've heard about in the chat so far. Nice. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Hopefully, in the next one, you can get into it a little bit as well. How about you, Charlie? You look very cozy now.
I get my
Oh, that's so cute.
yeah, no, it was good. I've done a few of my jobs, done some of the emails that I need to send, jotted down a few more things that I need to get organized, had a quick cuddle with the cat. So
very important.
Yeah, he's currently just hiding on the other side because I got some tissue paper out to wrap a book. So now he's laid on the tissue paper.
All right, of course.
You know, of course.
I wasn't sure whether you were going to say that made him run or like come to you. I should have known. Oh, cute. How did you get on, Alex? It looks a little spooky where you are now.
Yes, yeah, I know. I've closed the door because I got a little bit cold. It's like Charlie was saying, at night, it is going alarmingly cold, very fast compared to how hot it's been during the day. But my inbox is now empty, so that's great. Hooray! Hooray! Job done. So that's always a nice feeling. It really crept up on me this week, so it was a little bit of a shock, but I'm glad that it's now all sorted and my calendar looks reasonably okay. So I think it should all be all right, but we'll see.
You seem very calm
How about
anyway.
you?
You're like, you're keeping it together.
I'm just very zen. I'm very tired, so I just, I'm a chill. I'm just a chill, cool gal. In general, just very. I'm joking. I'm actually extremely highly strung. Did you have a good stream, Amy?
Yeah, I did. So we accidentally watched a bit of Yellow Jackets while I was eating the best cookies. I don't know whether you saw them, but they're like as big as my head and about this thick, and I'm not even joking. Our local farm shop sells them, and they are just ridiculous. So yeah, I had a little cookie pause because they were too good to work and eat cookies at the same time. And yeah, I've decided I'm writing. I'm working on a chapter outline of the other projects that I'm working on, and I'd kind of half written one, but it's a bit out of date, so I'm updating it and trying to finish it so that when I go to edit it, I actually know what the book is about. Because I don't know about you, Alex, but I can't keep the whole book in my head. I need a chapter outline so I can go, when did that happen? What? Who did that? Why? And like, it's so important conversations go into it, important events. Yeah, and I find it really useful. It's just such a painful process to create it. I'm like, I want to edit. I don't want to write a chapter outline, but I know the chapter outline will pay dividends when I've actually done it. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to continue doing that, I think, because it seems to be useful part of the process, as annoying as it is. So how about you, Alex? Now that you've emptied the inbox, what are you going to do in the next one?
So I think that it is time for me to tie up my vampires efforts for now, because I have it on good authority that I'm going to be jumping back in and getting involved with some different kinds of creatures. My edit is due back in very imminently, so I'm super excited. So I just want to get vampires to a point where I know that I can easily pick it up again when it comes time for it again. And I think that I'm nearly there, so I just need to reread a little bit, add a little bit, and then I think that it will create like a nice foundation for me to come back to vampire school when I am finished with the mischief in this other world that I've made. So I'm excited for that. Should be good.
Worded very carefully. Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, if anyone from Simon & Schuster is watching, I've got your back. Don't worry about it. These lips are zipped.
A consummate professional.
Always.
How about you, Michelle? Are you going to keep going with the same book?
Yeah, I think so.
Excellent. Yeah. And Charlie, are the books calling yet, or have you got more admin to do?
I've got more admin. Yeah, I'm going to do a bit more admin. Hopefully, get towards the point where I can just read. I have been listening to my audio book while I work, so it's not been like too taxing.
Yeah.
And then I've got a side as well.
Mine too. YA Book Club this month's read, if anybody wants to join us. I am just powering through this. Like certain books, when I enjoy them, I want to read them slowly because I want to savor them. This book, I just want to like tear the pages out to read it fast enough because I've read it before. I don't know why I'm still finding it so tense when I know what happens in it. But I just sat and read because we read it in chunks if you want to join along. And like read a quarter at a time. And I just sat and read a quarter in one go, which is really unheard of for me. I can't tend to read without distractions at the moment. And somebody was watching Peppa Pig, so I managed to read a good chunk of them.
Somebody, was it Kev?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, sorry, Kev. I just stitched you up. He's got a bit of a Peppa Pig thing. Yeah. So
I like Daddy Pig specifically. I feel like Daddy Pig is very misunderstood.
Yeah, he's quite funny. I was talking to somebody at work about it the other day, and it's so funny how, as a parent, you kind of watch this stuff with your kids, and you very much like develop quite strong attachments to some of the characters, and others you absolutely can't stand. So when you have to watch hours of it, it's really bad when there's somebody you like Pepper.
I can imagine.
Pepper herself is not the best. She's taught some interesting habits too. Honestly, like she says everything's boring, and now Nathan starts saying stuff's boring, and I'm like, no, you're not going to be that kid who goes like to a theme park and says you're bored. It's like, don't you dare. I keep saying to him, I'm going to ban Pepper. If you say that word again.
Yeah, it's clearly the bad influence of Pepper.
She's just moody. Yeah, I'm not impressed.
Pepper picks on Daddy Pig. Pepper is constantly like calling Daddy Pig names and stuff. When you watch it, there's like there's a compilation on YouTube of Pepper like absolutely burning Daddy Pig. It's worth a watch.
I love how you sat and watched this just for your own amusement.
Yeah, it's because of there's actually no, I'm not gonna say it on stream because it will seem really weird. There's an inside joke that there is not the time to explain now, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna be good. I've decided today.
Okay, you can.
Maybe I'll explain. I'll explain off stream where I'm not gonna take up too much time.
Oh, well, luckily I've trained Nathan. Now every time she says, "Daddy, look at your tummy," Nathan goes, "Oh, Mummy, that's not very nice." I'm like, "Thank you." No, she's vile.
That's from Pepper. Definitely look at your tummy. That's definitely from Pepper.
No, yeah, luckily
Pepper's always ripping on Daddy Pig for being fat.
Yeah,
I feel spiritually attached to Daddy Pig.
Well, luckily Nathan knows that is bad behaviour, so he's slowly. He is only 3, so we'll give him
this program. So why have they got like?
Honestly,
that just breaks my brain a bit that there's that on. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand why she has to be the foul one as well. Couldn't it be one of her friends who's badly behaved? But anyway, I'm sorry. Let's get off the Peppa Pig. Yes, Annalise, I'm shocked. I mean,
it blows my mind a little bit, Annalise. I do not understand, and I am a little bit afraid.
I wouldn't remember what I'd written. Like, I know maybe that's part of the point, but I genuinely, I do delete a lot of the first draft because I write scenes that don't make it in. I rewrite scenes completely, but I couldn't delete it because I just wouldn't remember. I'd be too scared.
Yeah, to the Great North Author Tour. Yes. Yes.
Oh, spooky graphic novel. I would recommend Fangs because it's really short and really cute. It is the story of a vampire and a werewolf who are a couple, and it's like literally you'd sit and read it in one go. It's lovely. I also really like. There's lots of
that's on my is it by the lady who does Sarah Scribbles?
Yes, Sarah. Oh gosh,
Anderson.
What, sorry?
Sarah Anderson,
Yes,
is
I
that
think that
right?
might be it. Yeah, but yeah, that's
Cool.
excellent. And she's written one that's just come out, which I haven't got yet. I haven't got to yet, but I bought it, called Crypto Club. That looks really cute too. And if you want to go down the manga route, there's some nice ones like Vampire Knight and oh gosh, what's the other one? There's a demon one that's really good. I've forgotten the name of. But yeah, if you want more manga ones, let me know and I'll run upstairs and look. If you want to be terrified, read some Junji Ito.
Yeah.
They melt my brain and actually give me nightmares. So Alex has just gone wide-eyed and looking horrified. So yeah.
Still not keen. There's something about that like just touches on a part of my brain that can't look away.
It makes my brain
but
itchy
I also
when I
don't
read
want to look
them.
at it.
It's
Yeah,
just
I feel
uncomfortable.
like an inner full body itch when I read Junji Ito, and I love it.
Yeah, when I think about like this spiral of my inner ear,
Yeah.
then it all kind of, it's too much.
There's a short story which I know some people have as a phobia, so I'm not going to say it, but there's a short story with a particular very specific illness of something that happens to people's skin. And honestly, as I was reading it, I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen, but I can't stop reading it. And there's pictures obviously too, because it's a graphic novel, so you have to really see it.
The one that traumatized me is one, I won't say go into too much detail, but it's about cooking oil.
I don't think
Oh, yes.
So horrible.
Sure.
Why?
I have no idea what anybody's talking about right now, but like the little bit that I'm getting from it sounds awful.
I feel like you wouldn't like it. You know, the being creeped out by supernatural, it's always got some kind of really horrible supernatural bent to it. So yeah, I would stay clear, Charlie, if I were you. Oh yes, you've recommended that before to me, Ashlyn, and I still haven't bought it. Need to remember, because that sounds really good. I mean, yeah, how good is that pitch? Like, sounds great.
Awesome.
Sounds incredible.
That sounds like something I could like deal with. Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Oh yes, I probably need to get the collected one. Yeah, exactly.
Mona the Vampire. Oh, I miss
love
Mona the Vampire.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think I missed the Mona boat. I probably need to watch that. I love how you said you put Mina the Vampire. I'm going to take that I've inserted Mina into your subconscious now. Oh, cute. Hooray! That's so good. Reading a book when it holds up. That's a good feeling. How nice, Sharon. I'm jealous. We don't have that.
I'm jealous. But then I suppose I wouldn't get to style my
Well, this is it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, we've had some warmth, Han, but we're almost where you are, so yeah, it hasn't been. See, yeah, he really does, and yet he stays positive and bumbling and sweet and clumsy. Yeah, be more Daddy Pig, everyone. Be less Pepper. That's the lesson to take home from tonight. Okay, on that, like, really meaningful thought, let's do another sprint. I think we all know what we're doing. People on screen, let us know in the comments if you're reading or watching anything good. I want to go and order. I need to try and remember to order Scare and Hood. I think I looked last time because it's a graphic novel. I always see graphic stuff and I'm like, oh, it's expensive. So that's probably why I've not ordered it. Same with Junji Ito ones. I haven't read them all because they cost so much money and they don't take that long to read. So yeah. And I really want to order the one that you're reading too, Michelle. So I think I might do that and then do some more outlining. So if you see me pulling this face, that's my outlining face. I really don't like doing it. I feel like wish I could fast forward and have it already done for me, but sadly not. Okay, let's go to a sprint and we will catch up on the other side. Sorry, as usual, I was not ready. Only the sound of the cat told me that it was time. Figure out what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so that was a decent sprint for me. I carried on with my outline. I'm sure there were some faces, but it's all going fine. And I like writing an outline. I think it starts to stir up ideas, and I think of the things that need fixing. And I write an outline on one side of the page and then like a column of stuff I want to do on the other. So yeah, the outlining is boring, but the actual ideas stirring is nice. So how about you, Alex? Are your vampires behaving?
Yeah, I think so far. I need a bit more time on it, I think. I think I'll probably use the final sprint just to wrap everything up. I thought that maybe I would be done in the one, but it needs a little bit more attention, I think, before I'm happy with it. I've made a few tweaks.
Nice. Sounds positive. And I love how together you are and that you know your edits are coming. And like you're wrapping one thing up, I'm like the person who the edits drop on, and I'm like, oh, okay, push aside the one unfinished thing and do that. Unfortunately, all of my edits, all my like stuff that I'm trying to juggle has got the same deadline basically. I've got like 3 things that all kind of have all the same. And that's also when Nathan goes to school. So he's going to go to school and suddenly I'll be like, oh, no actual work to do. Never mind. So it's just this is life, isn't it? I can't really complain too much about having too much work to do. How about you, Michelle? Did you get stuck into the book?
Yes, I also wasn't the best sprint because I had like a phone call and other things. So for some reason today is not really the day. But I really like the book. Actually, it's there's a lot of action already happening, and it has one of those protagonists that he's telling the story, and I found that I was rooting for him. But then I thought, but this is a terrible person.
I kind of love that, like the you and Dexter type storylines.
Exactly.
It's so interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely want this book. You've sold it really well. How many pages have you read so far?
So I'm only like page 21, but there's already so much happening.
It's amazing that you're getting those feelings though that early into a book. That's really good. Like quite often I'm like 40 or 50 pages into a book and I'm like, oh yeah, I get this now. Like that author's done a good job to grab you by that point.
No, definitely.
Awesome. How about you, Charlie? Was that a good sprint? You look a bit shifty, Charlie. What happened?
Well,
should I have been watching you? I wasn't watching you. What were you doing?
No. Well, no. I did a few photos, things that I needed to do.
Good.
And then I remembered that Laura Stevens had emailed me the book that is coming out in September.
Yay!
So I
accidentally read that.
Accidentally got distracted by that, and then I remembered that I've got Liz and Kat Caw's book and a few others that I have really been waiting to read not final drafts of, but you know what I mean, like the completed proofy versions of.
Nice.
So I got distracted looking at those and making sure they were all on my Kindle. The good news is my Kindle, my iPad is nearly flat. So I am not going to charge it until I go to bed. And then I hopefully will not further distract myself today, she says.
Again, nice problems to have though, Charlie. Like having too many amazing books to read sounds like a really good thing.
I know.
Have you read The Society for Soulless Girls, Laura's?
Yes.
Yeah, I've just started reading it and I'm really, really enjoying it. Because I'm going to be getting an early copy of her next one, and I was like, oh, I need to. Yay, that's the one. Wow, that's what you did to it. So yeah, so I'm meant to. I think they're doing. Yes, I don't know whether they're doing proofs or early finished copies, but either way, I'm going to get one of those. And I was like, oh, maybe I should actually read Society of Soulless Girls then, because I love Laura's other books. There's really no excuse.
Well, in that case, I can send you.
Oh,
I have extras. We put this in the book box.
Thank you.
A while ago, and I have a few extras of the like character art, which is just like so cute.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
So I'll pop that in the post for you. But
are you coming to any of the things this summer? Because hopefully I'm going to see you at either Northern Way Lit Fest or Camp Way, or
it's in my diary. I'm looking at getting a room for the Camp YA because that looks really cool. And you know, I'm just gonna follow you around like a stalker and stalk
Please
you all,
do.
'cause that's
Nathan's
what I
coming to most of them, so you can hop in and entertain him. Anybody who I haven't told the story to, Nathan loves Charlie. He met her at a very formative age after COVID. Like, one of the first events I did was with the bookshop Charlie used to work at, the Rabbit Hole. Nathan had not really seen people because of COVID, and then he saw Charlie, and can you imagine, like, decked out in orange hair. He'd never seen a human like Charlie before, and he like instantly fell in love. And then she played ball with him for like an hour, and it was just like the friendship was cemented.
Oh,
So yeah, whenever we're at events together, I feel like Nathan and Charlie have like a special moment usually.
Yeah.
so sweet.
Yeah,
It's the moment of recognition that I get, that like I'm like, oh, you do remember me.
yeah. You kind of have similar, like, kind of, I don't know, like what energy does Charlie have? Like, I'm trying to think of an animal analogy, but you have similar, like, upbeat, kind of sparkly orange energy. Yeah, that's the energy Nathan has too.
Yeah. Oh.
Excellent.
Kisses. Thank you. Yes.
Oh, you're getting really loved there, Charlie. That's nice. Yeah, I mean, this is the level that Sharon is at.
Why am I unsurprised by this?
For Sharon, that's like low level.
It's really like
Sharon is hardcore, as usual.
We need to work together and find a book that startles and terrifies Sharon. I'm like, I'm going to make it a bit of a mission. Nice. Oh, what's in the cold dark ground, everybody? I like the sound of that. Is that the one, the Stuart McBride one that you were just talking about? I didn't register the title of that the first time. Sorry, it does it to me every time, Annalise. I haven't got used to it even like years in. Excellent. I've had that one for ages. I really need to read it.
I really want to read that one. Sounds so good.
It does. I'm really enjoying it, Sharon. It's one of those books, like you were saying about the one, the Poppy. Is it Poppy Z Bright, the one that you're reading, Michelle?
Yeah.
So like that, I literally just started Society of Soulless Skills last night and went, yes. I'm like 5 pages in, and I'm into
the
it.
new one that's coming out. I was like, oh, I'll just read the first couple of lines, and then I'd read like a chapter. So it's that. So I don't know. There's just something about the way Laura writes, I think, that like I just like need it.
And it's interesting how she shifted to, because she started off writing like contemporary, very funny books, and she's kind of taken some of that through to the spookier stuff that she's writing. So it's like she's kind of going in new directions, but new directions that I really like. Okay, so we normally do half an hour for last sprint. I'm feeling, I don't know whether it's the company, but I'm feeling relatively energetic considering that I have a cold and it's late. So thank you, the three of you have kind of kept me going tonight. I normally like flake out in the last one, but I think I'm actually going to continue to work just because I feel quite motivated. So let's get this one more sprint in, and afterwards we can have a chat about what we've been doing, and then maybe wrap up at a reasonable hour. Assuming that nobody, this is the normally the sprint where Nathan goes, hang on, I've been really quiet for 2 hours, so he may, if I disappear, that's where I've gone. 9:45 is usually the sprinting time that he hears my voice. He senses that he needs to stay quiet, so he doesn't. So yeah, let's do the last sprint, and I will see you all on the other side. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So that was it, last sprint. How did it go for everybody? How about you, Charlie?
Yeah, okay. I am halfway through my review for this. I've reviewed a few other books, done a few other bits. So yeah, I think I'm gonna finish my review for this and then read and go to bed.
Sounds like a good plan. I think go to bed is just the next plan for me. Nathan did his little wake up about 10 minutes later than I said, so I think I know my little boy. But yeah, I managed to get a bit more outlining done, so I'm about a quarter of the way through, so I reckon in a couple of days I'll have done with that job, which is good. How about you, Alex? Did you manage to wrap up the things you needed to? Yay!
I think it might need a little bit more time. But I am happy with it. I've done my rereading bit. But I would like to maybe just get this chapter finished. That would be good. But I have made some notes on kind of where it's going to go next, so that will help. So yeah, pretty productive, not too bad.
Nice.
All
It
set
always
for
takes longer than you think every time. I find that with me.
every
I'm like,
time.
I can write a chapter tonight, and then 2 nights later, I'm still working on it.
That rings very true.
Always. How about you, Michelle? Are you into the book still?
Yeah, I read a bit more. Now it's very dark because I have a little reading lamp that I clip next to me, and I seem to have lost it. So towards the end, I was struggling. My eyes were struggling. So I decided to update my Goodreads instead.
That sounds like a good plan. I'm so bad with mine. It says I'm really behind, and I'm sure I've read more books, but I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to go through my YouTube and figure out which ones I've not put on there.
Yeah.
So I hope I've read more books than it says I've read anyway. Yeah, I feel like that was a good sprint tonight. Thank you. I was just saying to Kev, it's nice how, obviously, I know all of you individually, and it's nice how I can just bring people together who've never kind of met virtually, and you just
It's fun.
have a nice time and have a nice chat.
Yeah, lovely.
It just shows what the book community is like, doesn't it? Everybody's so friendly and all like-minded people. Nice. Well done, Stephen, reading chapter 2 of Here Be Monsters. I'm assuming I have that one. I think I've got all of them. Very good. Oh, night, Sharon, if we haven't
Good night, Sharon.
already. Excellent. Please come on, Annalise.
I'm not sure if that is okay with me. Mm-hmm.
I think we should invite
I don't want to write anything else. I can't.
We need to grill her about her approach. Thank you very much. See, I didn't talk about the holiday too much. I'm only going to say it one more time just to remind people that I'm not here next week. I will.
What am I going to do?
What's that?
I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I know my days of the week by when I get a notification saying Amy's doing a sprint.
I'm sorry. Well, think of me. I will.
So I think you're going to have to do one from Disneyland. Is all I'm saying.
But I know where I'll be. We've booked character dining, so that precise time I will be potentially with Mickey Mouse. I didn't realise. I don't know whether you found this, Alex, that I kind of thought that the characters would like just go for the small child, but they wanted to get in there with the adults too. So I got more like character hugs and attention than I expected. I thought they'd just be like, oh, he's cute. But yeah, I didn't get away with it. I don't know. I find stuff like that. I'm like, I get a bit embarrassed. Nathan was loving it. I'm going to just keep presenting him to the characters. But yes, so I probably will give Mickey Mouse a hug.
I think I'd lose my mind. I'd be worse than the kids.
It's funny, isn't it? Because like I get taken over by the Disney magic when I go. I feel that like being a child in there. Excellent. Thank you for joining us. I am here most weeks at 7:30 with a group of lovely people. I'm not here next week because I'm on holiday, but that is a very rare occurrence. So I will be back. I think I'm looking at Kevin. We got 2 sprints the following week, Monday and Thursday. So the following week, I'll make it up to you. Yeah, I think Kev reckons the rest of the month we've got Monday and Thursday ones booked in because I've got enough StreamYard hours. I think at some point I'm going to have to subscribe to StreamYard and just do them all the time because I'm so hooked on them. But for now, 1 or 2 a week is as many as I can manage. Oh, so at the you you get like random characters assigned. So I think 6 of them come to like our dinner sitting. So 6 different ones, and they go around the whole room. They make sure that every child who's there gets seen by them, which is really nice. And the adults too. There were some tables of just adults sitting there who got their little character meets. Yeah, so we met Mickey, Minnie, Tigger, Eeyore, Pluto and Goofy, like all in one meal. It's really good. I expected a lot less, and as usual, Disney didn't let me down. So we booked 2 of them this time, going all out. Because Nathan's been very specific about which characters he wants to meet. I was like, oh, you don't get to pick, so I've got to like cover my bases, otherwise I won't hear the end of it. If he doesn't meet Donald Duck, I'd like feathers are gonna fly. So crossing my fingers. He's already asked me though, why did the characters not talk to you? Why won't Mickey talk to me? I was like, oh. Okay. Well, we'll have this conversation when he's older.
He's shy.
Yeah, that was it. They get
That's
really
all it
overwhelmed
is.
by the amount of children that are there. It's so moving.
They've lost their voices. There's too many children to talk to, you see.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they would lose their voice.
Yeah, I've been talking all day. That's enough. Yeah, so I'll find an answer. But thank you for hanging out as usual, the 3 of you. It's been lovely. Hopefully you'll come on when I'm back and when I'm a little bit less sniffly. Fingers crossed. I figure I'm just getting the illness out of the way before Disney instead of at Disney, hopefully. So night everyone. Thank you for joining us in the comments. Thank you for joining us on screen, and hopefully I'll see you all in 2 weeks when I'm back on Sprints. Bye bye.